All right, I will share my screen, and I actually am going to go ahead and put my email address and a link to our service trial into the chat. So feel free if you'd like to, if you haven't yet had an opportunity to access the service trial for Creativebug, feel free to do so. I would be happy if to get any questions you may have about our trial. And what I will say is that I think going last for Creativebug was the right choice here because it's very straightforward. You're going to see as I share this demo, rather than multiple different databases, we just have one. And it is, so hopefully, I know your brain is just almost full, but I'm going to share a little bit about Creativebug and what it is. So Creativebug is an online DIY arts and crafts platform. And we offer thousands of different video classes in different categories. So you can see here, hopefully you can see the platform itself. This is the landing page. You can see that it's welcoming me back. And again, this is something that when you create an account as a patron or as a librarian, you'll see you yourself welcomed back to the platform. And you can just jump right in from here. I'm going to navigate you through the menu, the personal menu here, as well as the menu of classes and different things that we have to offer in the platform. So I can go right into my recently watched. And one thing that's nice about this personal menu is that it takes me to anything I click in this menu will take me to my full personal account area. So I can just scroll up and down and go to any of these tabs here. I don't have to go back up to this menu. You can add a photo if you like. You can go to your recently watched classes here. I can see classes I've completed, classes that I'm partially through watching, and then I can see my watch list here. One thing I really like to point out is that you can actually share your watch list. And this is a great feature for libraries because Creativebug does come with public performance rights, both for in-person programming as well as for virtual programs that you may be hosting on your library's website. So I can click this link and it takes me to a link that I can share. I can share it on social media. I can share it via email. It's just a great way for you to get patrons involved and aware of the different crafting classes that you may be watching, any themes that you may be promoting for a given time frame. I can see my gallery. You will note I have nothing posted in my gallery as of right now. I haven't completed any classes, haven't completed any projects, and I have not posted anything. However, you have the opportunity to post here, and you can favorite different images that you want to save to your gallery. You can click on the community tab. It will tell you who are the new Creativebug crafters. It will show you who you've recently viewed. In my recently viewed, these are teachers. And then I have one trial account here. There's some inspiration below, and then I can just go to my account settings here. One thing that's great about Creativebug is it can be as interactive or not as you like it to be. If you're someone who really likes to interact with the community, you want to comment, you want to post, that's what we have available for you. If you prefer to do it on your own and just keep it to yourself, that's an option also. You can see some information about me here. I can put in a bio if I wanted to. I could add links to my personal site. I can add preferences. So if I want to see more interests pop up in the suggestions area, I can do that and just save those here. Just going to click on that Save Changes button. I can take a look at my profile preferences. So again, I can make things private if I want to. I don't want to share, my location. I think that's automatically disabled for library patrons. So just something to note. You have a lot of privacy options here. And this will always say active courtesy of whatever library is supporting the subscription. So patrons don't need to worry about billing or any solicitation of personal subscriptions. I'm going to take you back to the main screen. That's just a little bit of an overview of the account menu. And we'll dive in and talk about some of the classes that are available. So if I hover over this classes menu item at the top, you can see there are different categories that pop up. Some of the ones that I like to highlight right off the bat is this one for kids. This is a really fun way for young children, families, students to interact with Creativebug. It provides a great opportunity also for youth services to bring some crafting ideas into the library. If you don't have the ability to hire someone from outside to be an expert on a particular topic, but you still want to have these fun programs in your library, you can absolutely get inspiration from Creativebug and use these videos to guide the class and the program at your library. Some of these do require a little bit more adult supervision than others, but there are some really great fun projects here that can just be done at home, you know, with just very simple, I like to point this one out, very simple materials, pom-poms, pipe cleaners, a little bit of glue and some felt, and you can make these cute little love bugs. So just very simple. Once you click on the class, you get another menu here at the bottom of the video. You can see the description, look at the chapters, and see how long each chapter is. You can see this particular project is pretty quick to complete, so it doesn't require a lot of time. You can see a material list here. You can look at the gallery, of course. These are the completed projects, and people get very creative with what they do. There's a class discussion down here where people can comment. You can make notes. So in this particular class, there may not be anything complicated enough for you to need to take notes, but as you get into more complex classes with skills that may be a little bit more advanced, you can take notes about what you want to remember. This is where I can add this class to my watch list. Just click that, click that button. I think I clicked it twice and that's why it didn't show up. And then there is here an option for you to download the transcript. Right here, you can download that transcript or you can just read it at the bottom. When I press play on the video, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to actually hear the audio, but I did just want to point out here that there are closed captions available for all of the videos. So this is something, typically, if I were going to be hosting a program at a public library, I would always want to make sure that the closed captions are visible and available. I know that when I used to host Movie Friday afternoon, it was like one of the main things I had to make sure we had the captions on. There is the option here for full screen as well. And you also do have the opportunity to Chromecast here from within the video. So just a couple of little features. You can also do a 10-second rewind. So if there's a skill that is being demonstrated that you're unfamiliar with and you want to watch it again, you can rewind it. And typical timestamps and things like that are also available. If I click this little grid of boxes here, it just brings up the remaining chapters of videos. So if I just wanted to skip around and make sure that I'm, you know, I've got my materials together, I don't need to watch the introduction, I just want to see what the assembly looks like, you can click right on that. I'm going to go ahead and exit full screen here. And I'm just going to point out a few other features that Creativebug offers, because I know I'm coming to the end of my available time here. I will point out, if I click on this classes link here at the top, it will bring up a list of all of our classes. It automatically sorts from most recent to least recent. You can change you can change the way that it sorts. So if you wanted to look at older classes, you could click here. You can click on this to make the most popular ones come to the top. And of course, you can filter as well. So if there are particular themes that you want to look at, say you're hosting something for quilting at your library and you wanted to do something just based on blocks, you can click on those filters and it will just take you to those specific classes that are related to the ones that you've selected. You can also select a specific instructor. If you know that there's an instructor that you particularly enjoy, you can do that. You can actually click on the instructor's name as well to get a little bit more information about that person and some links to their crafting world, their online crafting world, and the gallery as well shows up here at the bottom. We do have some really fun daily practice series as well, and these are updated regularly, just as regularly as the normal classes are. The most recent one that we have launched is 30 Structures in 30 Days, a daily practice in bookmaking, which again could be perfectly aligned for libraries. So Faith is the teacher, and she has constructed these little books. It shows you how to do it. You'll see when you click on the chapters page, we're on day 5, and then tomorrow, day 6 will launch. It tells you when the launch date is. It tells you exactly how much time you're going to spend each day on these daily practices. 18 minutes, I would say, close to 19 minutes, is toward the top of the length that we typically see. Most of these are going to be less than 15 minutes of time that are dedicated, and you'll see as we go down the list, it's really less than 10 for the most part. So if someone wants to do something on a daily basis, this is a great way to just get a little piece of time every day dedicated to your crafting practice. We also have some resources here. Our calendar lists our upcoming classes, and you can see that the ones that have been released are linked here. So you can just go ahead and play those directly from this menu. You can add something to the calendar. If you're interested in an upcoming class, it will give you a reminder when that class is launched. Our classes are also, I'm going to actually go back to my home screen. If you wanted to find out what the materials are for an upcoming class, you'll see it has a little new banner in the top. Even though I'm able to click on the class page, none of the videos except for the overview are available for me to watch until the release date. But I can still access the materials. So if I wanted to gather those materials prior to the release date for the class, I can do that here. Back up in our resources tab, you'll see we also have a link to all of our instructors. We have a blog. We have CBTV, and CBTV is more of a behind the scenes tips and tricks, little short videos that you can watch. We also have videos featuring our new classes for each month. We do have a pattern library. The pattern library is not necessarily associated with any of the classes. These are just extra patterns that are available for download. And then we also have some class collections that have already been curated. So if you're interested in hosting, for example, a program series at the library, you can just click on these class collections. They're already put together, and you can use these as a jumping off point to help inspire your patrons. It looks like I only have 1 minute left, so I do want to leave some time for questions. And I don't know, I don't see anything in the chat, but Jeff, are there any questions from anyone about Creativebug that I can answer?
I haven't seen anything come into chat or Q&A, but please do pop anything in there if you have those questions. As I've said in each of our sessions, of course, you can reach out to WiLS, you can reach out to Megan. Any of us will be happy to help you out with any questions that you might have.
Absolutely, and I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, but I will put a link to our libraries page in the chat here as well. If there are pricing inquiries, you can just go ahead and fill out that form on our website. It will come directly to me, or you can just email me, whichever you prefer. But there's a little bit more information on our libraries site if you do happen to have some questions about anything specific to libraries. So thank you all so much for your time and attention today. I really appreciate having the opportunity to participate in Taco Tuesday.